Hi guys, so this is the last word. I'm just putting them out because they all go together. They all go together, and God is really just highlighting the things that we have to take heed of in this season. So, this is the final word for the words that I put out today, the connector. So, this is going to be like the connector. But the Lord highlighted that we are to take heed of individuals that have these specific traits. Okay, so this is like a warning, and just really pay attention to who you're communicating with, associating with in this season. This is also confirmation pertaining to some of the people that you were dealing with in your life. Okay, so I told you guys that last night the Lord showed me a vision of this like chicken looking creature. Um, and it's from an animated cartoon that I watched back in the day, like years ago. Okay, so I listen, this is probably the first time ever I've ever remembered that cartoon or even like saw that cartoon ever since I saw it when I was younger, right? And I couldn't put my finger on why God was really showing me this cartoon. So I decided to look up the character of that penguin chicken looking thing on Wikipedia, and I literally screamed, and then I ended up like falling asleep. But as I was dozing off, I asked God, like, what I read, is that what you're trying to say? And he gave me the thumbs up, confirming that's what he's trying to say. Like, he's highlighting the characteristics of the people that Satan is trying to send in our lives, or that Satan has already used as his device, and that we are to take heed of. Now, the penguin looking creature, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed a couple times because God is just hilarious. And never put God in a box, because when you put God in a box, like, you're not going to be able to receive certain revelations, because he can literally use anything to give you the revelation. And especially if he's showing you visions of something, it's important to look it up. Okay, there's a reason why he's showing you that vision. So he said this is the characteristics of the people that we have to be careful of. Okay, so do you guys remember Feathers McGraw? Feathers McGraw, this is like a penguin that disguises himself as like a chicken. Okay, there's a cartoon, and the cartoon is called Gromit and Wallace. Do you guys remember that cartoon, that like animated cartoon? So in the episode where the penguin came in disguise as a chicken, I think like Wallace, the male, he was looking for a roommate, right? And the penguin was having financial difficulties. So the penguin came disguised as a chicken. And I remember in the episode, I'm going to see if I can link the episode below so you guys can watch it, because what's going on in that episode is what God is really trying to highlight pertaining to the people we have to be careful of. So there's people that are trying to come into our life, and they're coming in disguising themselves as someone that needs our help, someone that wants to be there for us. Like, they're disguising themselves as something that they're not, but they have so much ill intentions behind their motives. Like, there's so much that there's a plot behind it, a whole plot behind it. But I think some of you guys should watch the episode, because the episode really highlights a lot of the manipulation, and a lot of like, because I remember when I watched the episode, the penguin was doing a lot of things for Wallace. Like, the penguin was getting his shoes, the penguin was cooking his food. And remember, he was disguised as a chicken, so Wallace had no idea it was even a penguin. The penguin was already wanted for a crime, okay, which means like he's well known for being deceptive. But Wallace did not know this, because Wallace is seeing him as someone else, because he's wearing the chicken, the chicken disguise, right? I'm gonna read what I read last night, and the Lord highlighted, like, yes, correct. Like, this is what I've been trying to warn y'all about. So if you remember the videos I posted earlier today pertaining to They Want You, Big League, and pertaining to Don't Let Them Mooch Off, the Legacy, and all the other videos I've been posting throughout the year, what I've been talking about, like generational curses, people plotting behind your back, all these things. And I said, this is the time where we have to be extra sensitive, because you know a lot of people are like literally almost to their breakthroughs, right? And the enemy is sending people in that have been trying to block you for a while, and some people are even coming back, and these are the intentions of some of these people. Okay, so I'm gonna read the whole personality of this particular penguin that tries to disguise himself as a chicken. Okay, So if you've been seeing penguins in your vision, God has been showing you penguins. This is why that means like some of the words I posted today resonates with you. And that means that he's trying to warn you of certain people. Okay. So it says here, the name is Feathers McGraw, and the origin of the episode is called The Wrong Trousers. So that's the episode that the penguin's in, okay? So the occupation, it says international criminal, mastermind, leader of evil, smart gnomes, animal slaver, and West Wallaby Zoo, okay? Genius level intelligence, criminal intuition, manipulation, intimidation, deception, charisma, cunning, disguise mastery, gunmanship, computer skills, leadership, mechanical engineering, technical institution, interrogation methodology, remote control expertise. We already know what they do with the remote controls in the spirit. Hand-to-hand combat, prowess, brute strength, measuring skills, vast resources. The goals. This is the goals of the character. Perfectly to replace Gromit. So he's trying to replace someone and take someone's position. So in that episode, Gromit is the dog and Wallace is the owner, right? So he's trying to replace Gromit, the dog, okay? Obtain the museum's blue diamond to get rich. So that confirms the greediness of his personality, the greediness as to why he wants to replace Gromit. And remember, I told you guys in a few videos a couple of days ago, I said these people are selfish and greedy and all they care about is money. I just said this. It was yesterday I said this. Do you see how God is? It was yesterday I made that video. I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, but oh my goodness, okay? So he escaped jail and a zoo, okay? He wants to take over the West Wallaby Zoo and establish a diamond mine, reclaim Blue Diamond, kill Wallace and Gromit in revenge for having him sent away to prison and foiling against his villainy, use Wallace's computer and change Norbot's settings from good to evil. People calling good evil. The character was trying to change good to evil. So it's almost like the scripture that says, like, you know how some people will call good evil and call evil good? Okay. So it says here, change Norbad's settings from good to evil so he can invade West Wallaby Street, so he can put Wallace to blame for his crimes. This is when it's trying to set someone up and trying to get them blamed for their crimes. Okay, so that's that's evil. And then retrieve the blue diamond and escape with it. Okay, so his crimes: armed robbery, blackmail, attempted murder, high treason, defilement, fraud, grand theft auto, identity theft, terrorism, brainwashing, stalking, kidnapping, hostage taking, animal cruelty, jailbreak, slavery, corruption, conspiracy, carjacking, extortion, sabotage, arson, vandalism, incrimination, unlawful imprisonment, breaking and entering, abuse of power, psychological abuse, assault, and battery. Okay, so oh my gosh. So it says here he's a mute penguin who secretly turned out to be highly intelligent, dangerous, sadistic, cunning, and most notorious criminal mastermind who wears the variety of disguises to commit many crimes. Most notably, his distinguished and signature red rubber glove to pose as a chicken. So the biography is the biography, as in the episode, says here, Feathers McGraw was first seen as a lodger renting a room with Wallace when he had financial issues. Unimpressed with the room on offer, McGraw moves into Gromit's room, forcing him to live in his kennel. That's like a destiny transfer type of thing, right? McGraw then proceeds to further annoy Gromit by playing music loud in the middle of the night, hogging the bathroom, and monopolizing Wallace's time. Thinking Wallace has forgotten him, Gromit sadly leaves his house while Feathers looks at him evilly. Seeing Gromit gone, McGraw removes the controls on the techno trousers to control them and arranges for Wallace to slide into them and when he slid down for breakfast the next morning. So he had these trousers that he wanted Wallace to wear, but Wallace slides down for breakfast every morning. I think it's like a slide in his house or something in his house that he slides down, and the penguin put it there so he can slide into it, and the trousers have some type of like remote control, like some basically like what we would see as like a spell on it to control Wallace's mind. Okay. Um, McCraw then takes Wallace on a remote controlled walk to test out his new control of the trousers. While searching for a place to live, Gromit notices Wallace trapped in the techno trousers and follows. Gromit observes McCraw with the remote controlling Wallace and also spots wanted poster disguised as McCraw. Following McCraw into the city museum, Gromit secretly witnesses him take measurements for the break-in, right? So that just confirms like the hidden motive of greed behind the evilness and why he's doing what he's doing. Okay, so I'm gonna link in the description box the video I posted yesterday, or I think it was the day before yesterday, where I talked about the greediness and why people are attacking you with witchcraft and why they're doing certain things to you. I'm going to attach that video and I'm going to pin it in the comment section, but I'm also going to pin the episode so you guys can watch it. God is my witness. I have not even seen this show since I was a child. I haven't even watched this episode since I was a kid, okay? So the fact that God showed me the penguin with the red glove on his head pretending to be the chicken, I knew right away it has something to do with like, you know, someone disguising themselves as good and trying to hide their hidden motives, but they're evil inside and they have hidden intentions inside and they want something, right? So this is just confirming everything that I posted today in the videos of like, again, the breakthroughs and God telling us to take heed of these types of people and the traits that I described. But also they're not going to come to you, you know, obviously exposing the traits. They're going to come to disguise as good. They're gonna come to disguise as maybe even someone wanting help, someone needing help, right? Remember, he came in as someone needing a place to stay. And, you know, again, when I remember when I saw the episode, I remember him like really like flocking to Wallace. Like, you know, when someone's really like, you know, doing so much nice things for you, like, let me do this for you, let me do that for you, but they're being extra nice because there's a hidden motive behind it. Like, that's what I remember from the episode. And then I remember him being extremely evil. Like, the dog figured out that he was actually really evil, and the dog was trying to warn Wallace, but Wallace was under some sort of control, right? So God is God is so funny. Like, he is so hilarious when he gives us these confirmations. I'm telling you, like, he confirmed, like, that's why he showed me that. So anyways, I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.